Hi, scholars. Welcome. It's Tuesday. We are preparing for what book clubs are going to look like. And one thing I want to start thinking about is how we all have different strengths, we all have different weaknesses, we all have different gifts and talents. Um, and sometimes this can be a frustrating thing, and sometimes it can be a great thing in book clubs. So I just kind of want to have us reflect on our own self and who we are as part of the discussion post today. So today what I want you to post and what I want us to be thinking about is, are we introverts? Are we extroverts? Are we somewhere in between? And what does that mean and what can that look like in our book clubs? One thing to note for our book clubs is that eventually what we're going to be working towards is everybody having different roles and offering different roles and assignments in our book clubs. As we're first starting off with our book clubs, though, we're all going to start with practicing with the same objective. So tomorrow will be our first time trying out our book clubs, and we're going to work on generating questions and book talk with our neighbors and our classmates in our group. And so what I want us to do before we can get to that point is to think about, are we an introvert or are we an extrovert? And if you have no idea what that is, I have this visual I really like because it kind of like talks about different descriptions for introverts and extroverts. So right here for introverts, we can see that this is the image for introverts. And it talks about how they prefer to spend their time in solitude. And what that means is they don't mind being alone. They don't mind having a break from others. They tend to avoid being the center of attention. For the most part, they are thinking before they speak. They value very close one-to-one relationships. They sometimes need alone time to recharge and to reflect. They don't mind and they prefer working in quiet, independent learning environments, which means a book club and a book group could be challenging. It can be challenging for them because they prefer to work alone. They prefer quiet. Sometimes they're deeply focused and think about others or think about interests of their own. They can also be very reserved, and what that kind of means is taking a little step back. They maybe not be as forthcoming about their thoughts or emotion. And now let's go ahead and think about what are extroverts. And extroverts, you can see right here, this is their image. Instead of all of these ideas and dialogues that you see in this part for introverts, it's outside of the head. So let's go ahead and look at what that could look like. So extroverts tend to want and have a large social network. And that pretty much means like a group of surroundings, a group of people. So they tend to have a larger social network, a larger group that they would like to be around. They enjoy being the center of attention. They tend to think out loud. They also love being in large groups. Maybe not in COVID though, because yeah. They also gain energy from being from other people. They also thrive in team-oriented and open work settings. So and extroverts tend to really enjoy book clubs. They can also make quick decisions on the spot. And lastly, they tend to be outgoing, enthusiastic, and positive. And you might be thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, Miss Garcia Fisher, I'm kind of back and forth. And that's okay. It sometimes depends on your setting. Because if I'm being honest with you guys, when I am a teacher and I am working, I believe for you guys, I need to be an extrovert. I need to be the center of attention because I need to be talking to you guys. I need to be pulling you into my lessons. I think out aloud a lot to you guys. I gain a lot of my energy from you guys as my scholars. That is so true. Like when you guys don't feel like responding to me, it kills me and I'm like trying to pull teeth and it hurts. And I also make very quick decisions when I'm at work. That's kind of just how it feels when I'm a teacher. But when I am not teaching, I am 100% an introvert. I very much like to be alone, especially so that I can be an extrovert for you guys. It takes a lot out of me to do that. I need a lot of time to recharge and to be alone. And for the most part, I enjoy like my couple of friends that I have. That sounds really sad when I say it like that. But I really value like my close friendships that I have. Um, and so yeah, it's interesting to think about when you're in different settings how this could play. But for today's post, what I want you to do in this discussion post is to think about what is your role going to be like when you are in a small group, when you are in book club. And not only that, but if you can name a goal that you have based on your personality, on yourself, for that small group. So if I was thinking for myself when I was a student, I would probably say that my goal would be to open up to my group and to talk out loud. Maybe to not be the only note taker in my group, because that tends to be put onto the introverts a lot for note keeping. And so that might be my own personal goal. If you have any questions or concerns, or you're in between on if you're an introvert or an extrovert or what that could look like in book club, let me know. Go ahead, you can put as a discussion post, or you can stop by for office hours and I will gladly help and support you with your thinking work behind it. Have a great day and I'll see you later. Bye.